What's going on, everybody? This is DM Brad with the Spoiler Alert Network. And in case you missed our Season 4 teasers, we announced that fairly soon during the course of Season 4, we would be debuting a brand new video essay series that has been in the works for a while. We decided to call it the Bradpoint Paradox. Named after the popular DC Comics arc called the Flashpoint Paradox, in which the Flash runs so fast that he travels back in time to save his mother from dying, and in turn essentially rewrites the DC Comics universe as a whole, bringing about the New 52 reboot. So in case you're not aware already, I intend to do something similar, but instead I plan on rewriting and re-pitching the DC Cinematic Universe, or DCEU as it is more commonly known. It's the movie universe including Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, Aquaman, etc. Whether it was studio interference, last minute changes, or just DC trying to catch up with the momentum of the Marvel movies, seems the general consensus is, well, the DCEU wasn't all that great. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is rebuilding the cinematic universe from the ground up, starting with new pitches for movies that are either still stuck in development purgatory or just never even happened at all. I'll also be fixing some issues or general gripes that I and a lot of other DC fans had with the films. Throwing them all together into one big new continuity and interconnected universe will help reshape what I believe this universe had the potential to be, but ultimately did not deliver. That's not to say that I thought all the DC movies were terrible, because that's not the case. I really enjoyed some of them, but Warner Brothers seemed to have squandered some of the potential they had. This new project was inspired by other content creators such as Nando V Movies, Fix the Flick, and Troyo Boyo 17. I hope I pronounced that right. They've done similar pitches and rewrites. Most of the concepts and ideas will be completely my own, but I really want to work in a few things the other creators have done that I believe would work really well with my opinion of what a proper DC movie universe should look like. And of course I'll be giving proper due credit to those creators whose ideas I really enjoy. Now, I want to put a disclaimer out there. This series is not to say that I am a better screenwriter than the professionals attached to the original films. These are very accomplished and well-known screenwriters we're talking about, such as David S. Goyer and many others. I am not a professional screenwriter. I'm just a comic book nerd who has a few ideas on what I think would have made the DC films more well-received and more successful. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe not. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. If you hear one of my rewrites or pitches during the course of this series and you disagree with my ideas, you're entitled to that, and I will not be offended if you don't like what I come up with. Again, I'm not a professional screenwriter. These videos will just be for fun. And finally, I'll be structuring my rewrites and pitches similar to the MCU movies, though not completely mimicking their formula. By similar, I mean each set of movie rewrites and pitches will be organized into phases of the Bradpoint DC universe, as I'm calling it. So during the course of Season 4, we will be releasing Phase 1 of the Bradpoint Paradox. And if you all enjoy it, we'll continue on with more phases moving forward. And that's pretty much it. That's our official introduction to the Bradpoint Paradox series. We hope to see you there. And as always, stay tuned and stay dedicated.